and welcome back to my channel. If I'm a new face to you, my name is Lauren, and today I am diving into my August 2024 TBR. Now, don't even get me started on how we are already through the month of August and into September when I'm recording this. I'll have some little graphics up for you guys to look at too. If you are a fan of Hallmark movies or cozy small, that's nuts, and I don't believe it. It's just completely nuts that this year has flown by so quickly. Also, in this video, I will be sharing how many books I read, the total number of pages that I read in August, and the genres of each book and format that I read them in, all along with some thoughts that I have on each book so you can decide if you would like to read them as well. So let's just get into it. All right, like I promised, some stats for my August reading habits before we get into all of the bookish details. Even though I felt like I was a super slow reader in August, somehow with audiobooks, I was able to read 13 books, which was amazing, and I was super thriller heavy. And in one of my reading vlogs that I posted in August, I was like, I have to take a break from thrillers because I read so many, they gave me nightmares. But like I said, I listened to 3 audiobooks. I read 3 books on my Kindle, and then I read 7 books on physical format, like in my hands. And in terms of pages, I think I did pretty good. I hit 3,200 pages in August, which I feel like is very fair. And that total page count accounted for 12% of the pages that I've read in 2024 so far. I'll have some little graphics up for you guys to look at too. And as for the genre spread, like I said, it was really thriller heavy. So I read a total of 7, yes, 7 thrillers, 3 contemporary romances, 1 historical fiction, 1 dystopian, and 1 romantasy. And now let's get into the good part, the books and my thoughts on them. The first book that I read in August was The Last Bookshop in London by Madeline Martin, and this is a historical fiction book. And I rated it 4 stars. The Last Bookshop in London follows Grace Bennett as she navigates life in wartime London during the early stages of World War II. And Grace discovers the unifying power of storytelling amidst the chaos of the Blitz. This is perfect for readers who love historical fiction, specifically set in World War II, that are filled with emotional depth, heartwarming moments, and characters who begin to learn the magic of books. And I got this one for Christmas a couple of years ago from my sister. I didn't realize that this book would make me cry several times throughout the book. Several times throughout the book, it made me cry. So you're warned. The second book I read in August was When I'm Dead by Hannah Morrissey, and I rated this one 3 out of 5 stars. This book follows medical examiner Rowan Winthorpe as she investigates the murder of her daughter's best friend, only to discover that she is currently living in any parent's worst nightmare when her daughter disappears. This starts off a chain of events that reveal dark secrets that threaten to unravel everything that Rowan knows. If you are a fan of twisty, emotionally charged thrillers that explore the depths of family secrets and the consequences of past mistakes, then this one is for you. Book number 3 of August was You've Got the Wrong Guy by Michael James, and I have a full review video up for you guys to go check out, and I rated this one 4 stars. You've Got the Wrong Guy follows our main character CJ as he races against time to clear his name from a relentless blackmailer or extortionist who believes he has stolen something valuable. This forces CJ into a web of dangerous situations and suspicions. If you are a fan of action-packed thrillers that keep you on the edge of your seat and turning the page saying just one more chapter, but want your thriller without all the gore, this one is the one for you. The fourth book I read in August was The Last to Vanish by Megan Miranda. And I listened to this one on Audible because I guess I saved up a lot of Audible credits and used all of them in August. I rated this one 4 stars. In this book, we follow Abby Lovett as she uncovers dark secrets in the mysterious town of Cutter's Pass, where a journalist has recently disappeared, and this disappearance reignites the haunting legacy of unsolved vanishings. This was a really gripping thriller, so if you are a fan of thrillers with an authentic small town feel, this is one to check out. Also, bonus points for this one because it is set in the atmospheric North Carolina mountains. The 5th book I read in August was All the Missing Girls by Megan Miranda, and I also listened to this one on Audible, and you can tell I went on a Megan Miranda kick. I rated this one 3.5 stars. All the Missing Girls follows Nicolette as she returns to her hometown in North Carolina and is drawn back into the unsolved mystery of her best friend's disappearance years ago. This starts to unravel dark secrets in a unique reverse timeline. So if you are a reader who enjoys psychological thrillers with lots of twists, with a splash of unconventional storytelling, you will most likely find this book intriguing. But for me, the final revelation at the end made it feel somewhat far-fetched, and that's why I got 3.5 stars rather than 4. Book number 6 of August was The Butcher and the Wren by Elena Urquhart, and I rated this one 4 stars. The Butcher and the Wren is a gripping cat and mouse thriller that pits forensic pathologist Dr. Wren Muller against a ruthless serial killer, Jeremy. And it's all set in the Louisiana Bayou. This one is for fans of true crime, and especially anybody who is wanting to go to New Orleans or has been there and loved it. This was the perfect spooky read for fall. If you like the podcast that Elena co-hosts, Morbid, then check out this book. And if you like this book, go check out the podcast. The 7th book that I read in August was The Only Survivors by Megan Miranda. I told you I was on a kick. I also listened to this one on Audible, and I rated it 4 stars. This book follows Cassidy as she reluctantly reunites with the remaining survivors of a tragic accident that she was involved in during her senior year of high school. This reunion only brings suspicion and fear when one of them goes missing during their stormy gathering on the Outer Banks. This was a really twisty, atmospheric thriller set in the coastal North Carolina town of the Outer Banks, which is beautiful. So if you like chilling locked box, locked room mysteries filled with secrets and suspense, this one is one for you. And that's kind of where I drew my line of thrillers because I read so many back to back to back. So we're getting into more lighthearted stuff now. Book number 8 of August was All Roads Lead to Rome by Sabrina Fidel, and I rated this one 4 stars. All Roads Lead to Rome follows introverted Astoria, or she likes to be called Story, as she gets caught up in a fake dating scheme with a Scottish celebrity in Rome. But when the lines of their pretend relationship starts to blur into something real amidst the paparazzi's watchful eyes, Story starts to question her relationship with Luca. This was a clean YA romance with a charming blend of travel, celebrity dynamics, and swoon-worthy moments set against the backdrop of beautiful Rome. And it did scratch, or it got that travel bug itch that I got. It fixed it for me, but now I want to go to Rome. The 9th book that I read in August was Worthy of Fate by A.N. Caudle, and it's available on Kindle Unlimited, which is how I read it. I rated this one 4.5 stars. Worthy of Fate follows Kaya, who is marked by the gods and is thrust into a deadly trial for power, while Riker, her fated mate, lurks in the shadows, torn between claiming Kaya and protecting his realm from dark forces. If you are a fan of spicy, new adult, dark fantasy romance books that are filled with intriguing magic, forbidden love, and fated mates, then you will be captivated by this steamy adventure. The 10th book that I read in August was Camp Zero by Michelle Min Sterling, and I rated this one 3.5 stars. I also pulled this for my August TBR. Camp Zero follows Rose and Grant as they navigate a mysterious northern settlement in Canada that is set in the climate-ravaged future. They each uncover hidden secrets that challenge their beliefs about survival and power. If you enjoy thought-provoking dystopian tales that explore gender, class, and the complexities of human resilience, you will most likely find this book to be intriguing, though it does have an open for interpretation ending, which was a bit frustrating for me, and I feel like I'm still processing this book. Book number 11 of August was Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey, and it was my first Tessa Bailey book, and I rated it 4 stars. This book follows notorious flirt Fox as he finds himself unexpectedly falling for his best friend Hannah. But Hannah is determined to stay just friends while asking for Fox to help her catch another man's attention. This was a steamy to spicy book. So if you're a fan of spicier books that have a friends to lovers romance and are filled with witty banter and music references, you will most likely enjoy this fiery rom-com. Book number 12 of August was Last Night at Villa Lucia by Simon McCleave, and I received this book as an ARC. So I would like to say thank you to Simon McCleave and Storm Publishing for allowing me to be an early reader. I rated this one 3 stars. Last Night at Villa Lucia follows recently divorced Saris. I'm very sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but that is how I read it the entire time throughout the book. I'm so sorry. But she navigates a shocking murder in her Tuscan villa. And with this, she begins to unearth her guests' hidden secrets while confronting her own past. If you enjoy suspenseful mysteries set in glamorous but troubling locations, then you will find this book to be captivating and overall a lovely thriller. But I would like to make a note that I did knock off half a star because I think this book does need content warnings on it in the first page or in the synopsis, because it does contain sensitive themes such as alcoholism, drug use, intimate partner violence, and sexual assault. The 13th and final book that I read in August was The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lori Gilmore, and I rated this one 4 stars. I also recently featured this one on my video fall book recommendation, something like that. I'll link it for you. But this one was on my fall TBR and I completed it while I was on vacation last weekend. The Pumpkin Spice Cafe follows Jeannie as she takes over her aunt's cafe in the charming small town of Dream Harbor. Jeannie clashes and connects with a grumpy local farmer, Logan, in this sweet, grumpy sunshine romance. If you are a fan of Hallmark movies or cozy small town romances that have a hint of mystery and suspicion to them, this is a wonderful book for you then. I will say it does have explicit scenes in the second half of the book. All right, there we go. So those are the 13 books that I read in August. Oh my gosh, so many. So if you have read any of these books or if you have now added them to your TBR, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts on them. If you enjoyed this August TBR wrap up, consider giving this video a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you never miss out on a video I post. I post a new bookish video every Tuesday and Friday for you to enjoy. And that is all I have for you today, book besties. Thank you so much once again for joining me, and I will see you all next time. Happy reading!